We begin the night in Union City as the FBI searches the Fulton County's election hub. Hours ago, agents searched through the warehouse on Campbellton Fairburn Road, bringing forth a lot of questions about their investigation. CBS News' Skylar Henry joins us now from Fulton County with the latest. And Skylar, this is all pointing towards the 2020 election?
Yeah, that's certainly what officials have been saying all along throughout the day today. And as you pointed out, agents have been inside of the elections facility as well as right behind me, where they have loaded up and continue to load up several large trucks from what officials say are filled with boxes to the tune of some 700 boxes, and what other officials here say are filled with ballots. And so that is what we are waiting to hear and get a little bit more context from. We apparently will be hearing from the Deputy Director of the FBI, Andrew Bailey, who is here on the ground. We have also been told that the Director of National Intelligence, that's Tulsi Gabbard, she is making her way to Atlanta as well. Now, what you pointed out as it makes reference to the 2020 election, of course, then President, now President Trump called the election rigged. That is something that state officials, including Republican Governor Brian Kemp, along with Brad Raffensperger and others, have said is simply not true, saying that the count back in 2020 was justified and correct. We heard from frustrated elections workers here today, along with other county officials who simply said that what is happening right now is designed to create more doubt, especially heading into an important midterm election. We are also waiting to get our hands on a bit more clarity surrounding the warrant in this case altogether. Namely, from what we know is that it is still a sealed document altogether, but inside we know that officials say that they are looking to obtain all physical ballots from the 2020 general election in the county, all in-person absentee and other ballots and absentee ballot envelopes. They're also looking for tabulator tapes from every voting machine in Fulton County, as well as all ballot images produced during the original ballot count that happened on November 3rd, 2020. So a lot still to unpack here. We're still waiting to get more information from the federal officials who are here. We should point out that we have heard from Senator Jon Ossoff, as well as some others who have expressed their frustrations about what's happening here on the ground as well. We'll wait to see what happens next.
And Skylar, before you go, we know that you've been on scene all day long as the search has been going on. Fulton County officials have also been showing up on scene. What was their reaction?
Frustration all throughout the day today, because on one hand you have poll workers who do this work day in and day out and swear by their work and have put an emphasis on making sure that they get this right. We know what 2020 entailed as it relates to the ballot count here in Fulton County especially, and so what we heard from some of those officials earlier today was that they simply were frustrated that the fact that this was happening right now. Also, they raised into question, why not do the same thing for 2024, given the results in that race as well. We've heard from some state senators and others who have been on the ground as well, also expressing their concerns. We actually were able to get some video from State Senator Josh McLaurin, who was able to ask at least some of the FBI agents who were inside what they were gathering, what they were doing, and also getting a bit more context surrounding this investigation as a whole. So I think what we will see over the course of the next several hours, next several days, is a lot more questions. We'll see if we get answers when the federal officials speak to the media in a little bit, but I think there are a lot of people here in Fulton County trying to figure out exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, definitely far from over. Skylar Henry live for us tonight. We thank you for that report. The Democratic Party of Georgia released this statement on the search, saying President Trump is wielding federal law enforcement to push about winning the 2020 election. They went on to say, quote, Georgians are watching Trump's increasingly manic governance, including this latest overreach, with deep concern, but we will not be intimidated by a fragile bully who has been proven wrong by independent reviews time and again.